Hi, hello. Welcome back. Today, there it is, day 4. And today we are talking about mindful eating. Just looking down because I'm just checking. So I have discovered that if I'm on StreamYard, which is where I am, you can see the duck. I think it's up there for you as well. The duck in the corner, turning off, getting rid of Facebook on the different tab on my laptop makes it better. So I will be sharing the PDF shortly. I just want to give everybody a chance to log in, and because I know it pops up and it says Laura Linklater is live. Come and join us. Cycle Breaker Pros Unite. That's where we're at. So, how is your January going so far then? It's, well, the 10th. We're like fully into the second week. It feels like we can't really claim it's new anymore. This year isn't new. We're fully in it. The second week. Sorry about that. There we are. And then I can actually see, so I can actually see when people comment. So please, when you come in, just say hello. I won't pounce on you, I promise. I know what it's like. As you know, I used to be a teacher, and I'm also I was always the introverted person at school who would never answer questions in case they pick on me. Just before Christmas, I went to it was a short show of skits, small things. And one of them was, he was getting up. There were two actually. One was a stand-up comedian, and the other one was she just kind of did a short. It's a compare piece, but she was getting people in the audience to quack and things, and I was like, no, it's totally not my thing. And the friend I was with was quacking away, and she thought it was great, and I was like, no. So yes, I won't pounce on you ever. This is my promise to you, but I will say hello. And then if you're watching this on the replay, it's not what it could be. It's just a cold. If you're watching this on the replay, then please do me a little hashtag replay. Let me know where you are and when you are and how it's going. So we're on day 4. I still can't quite believe how quickly the week's gone. Have you been doing it so far? Because this is the thing. It's one thing for me to pop in and to talk about it. And I don't know if you remember day 2, I actually poured myself a drink and did it a little bit. Although, to drink an entire drink mindfully would be probably quite a dull thing for you to watch me to do. But, I've been doing it as we go. And some of the bits I found challenging, some of the bits I haven't found challenging because, you'd expect because I'm doing the Mindfulness Boost. This is one of those things that I try and focus on for me. So I had my body scan. I have this thing, it's Yoga by Cassandra. It's just on YouTube. She's very brilliant. And so I just did one of her body scans in when I was lying at the end of a practice. So I'd done a workout with her, a yoga session, should I say, with her, and then chose a body scan after that once we were lying in Shavasana, which is when you're just lying on your back on foot, corpse pose, in fact. How did you find it? Have you been doing it? If not, don't worry, you can go back through it and you can do it at another time. But I really encourage you to actually take part and do it. Nobody's watching. If you don't have to tell me, you can private message me. I know because of the nature of this group and what we talk about, cycle breakers, and some of us have had really tough upbringings, and I often talk about how I grew up with an alcoholic parent who had his own demons and struggled with them and eventually took his own life, died by suicide when I was an adult. I was well grown up by then. And many of us have different stories, and not all of them do include things like abuse and neglect and family dysfunction. Some of them is when we think of a capital T trauma and lowercase t trauma, the concepts of I wasn't seen, I wasn't heard, who I wasn't accepted. It's absolutely legitimate because you are breaking that cycle. If you are allowing your children to be seen and to be heard and not making them repress and suppress their own emotions in their childhood and being there for them, you are a cycle breaker. You don't have to have this really tough upbringing. You don't have to have, the certificate that says, I had a horrific time. You don't have to share anything that you don't want to. And we are all, I believe, in our own way, cycle breakers. Whether that's societal, whether it's ancestral, which is what I've been reading about a lot this year, or whether you really did have the abusive upbringing and you're breaking it down, with healing, self-healing, and that's part of what we're doing with mindfulness, and skills. And that is what I think of as, the skills of how we raise our children up, what we do when they're having a meltdown. Anyway, so welcome, cycle breakers. Do it in your own time. You don't have to share on the public platform. I'm happy for you to message me, because that often happens in this group, because people don't want to put their hand up and say, hey, yeah, I had a tough upbringing, especially if other people on Facebook don't know about it and they might, find out. I totally understand. If you want to share and you're open, go for it. If that feels too hard, either you can keep it to yourself or feel free to direct message me. I'm here. It's what I do. It's my kind of raison d'etre. It's my soul business that I believe brings light into the world. And this is why I show up. This is why I'm here all the time. So anyway, today we are going to be discussing the subject of mindful eating. Really important, really important in general. And I think really important, the reason I've chosen to do it this week after Christmas and New Year and Hanukkah and all the holidays, because there's a really toxic narrative about getting your body back and all that rubbish that I just refuse to subscribe to. And whenever I catch myself, I change it. So, and it's an ongoing practice that I have to be mindful of myself, and will continue to be so in order to break the cycle for my daughter and my sons, in fact. So yes, here's our reflection. And this is in the PDFs, which you can just click through. It's a Dropbox link. You can just click through and you can download it, and you can watch this again from 6 minutes, or you can do it in your own time as you read through. So very few people in this modern life, particularly moms and dads, all those, I know we have some other carers, other forms of carers in this group, we don't really pay attention to what we're eating. It's become sort of a means to an end. I need to refuel so that I can serve somebody else, do this, pick the kids up, have energy to the end of the day, not be grumpy, not pass out. And I really struggled with this, because I had three kids under 4. Eating wasn't a thing that I was mindful of. I either didn't do it, or I ate loads of food that wasn't necessarily good food after the kids had gone to the bed, or I just basically inhaled the odd slice of toast and biscuits as I went through the day, just to keep my energy level up. And that is part of the time of life we're in. And it's also just how society expects us to eat. We don't take time, and we can take time. We can give ourselves permission to take time. So yeah, we rush through our meals and we want to quickly move on. And I've done it where I haven't even sat down. I don't know. Let me know if you've done that as well. Literally, like, the kids are eating, and then I've been, like, half washing up, half, putting the pans into soak, and then eating my food. And then by the time I've eaten my food, they've finished. And so I'm just clearing up their stuff. Like, we're just moving quickly from a thing to a thing to a thing, human doings and not the human beings, or mindlessly scrolling through phones and not giving any thought to the food in front of them, which I also get, because it just feels like, oh, I'm having a moment, I'm going to go on Instagram. I totally get it. Also do that. But because of this, we eat past the point of fullness. And we eat, and I know that this is a thing that's in the media as well, and let me know if you choose, if you've experienced any of these, that we eat to numb our feelings. Had a rough day, glass of wine. Had a rough day, oh, I deserve a chocolate bar. And of course, you deserve good things. Is the chocolate bar actually really, really what you want? Or is that, you know that phrase, eating my feelings? And I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just a thing that happens. So that's not savoring, like really savoring and enjoying the experience of eating. And through mindful eating, I've said this all week, connect your mind and your body. You put them together, and you truly taste what you're eating. You feel the textures and the nuances of the flavors as they come together. And you concentrate on the beautiful experience of eating. That's the wonderful thing, is that mindful eating allows every meal to be a celebration. It might sound twee and it might sound unrealistic, What's the next best step from where we are right now? That's always my best thing. What is the next best step? The next best thought. We don't need to go from inhaling biscuits whilst the kids are eating and we're, half washing up, half eating biscuits to, we're full on every meal is a celebration, but we can keep growing as we go. So here's your action. It's a short thing, it's a small thing, it's something we can all do. I'm looking forward to doing it after this. Choose a snack or a meal that you would normally eat. So not like something like totally special, just a normal food. And during this time, bring all of your attention to your meal. So be kind to yourself and maintain that attitude of curiosity. Curiosity in mindfulness and in cycle breaking, it's so key and it's so helpful because it's non-judgmental. When we're curious, we're just saying, oh, why did I say that to myself? That's interesting. And we're not judging, beating ourselves up, and it helps us to get to the root cause of things. And here, it helps us just to enjoy the moment. Oh, I've noticed this. Oh, I've noticed this is happening. I wonder what would happen if I set a timer and I did this for 5 minutes instead of getting up like I feel like I need to, because for some reason this is uncomfortable. This is the exploration and being curious. So take a moment to be aware of your body. This is a bit like what we talked about yesterday, but we go a bit further because, of course, mindful eating. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Mindful eating is, eating is a bodily function, isn't it? So being mindful of our body and mindful of our eating, they go hand in hand together. So be aware of your body. Can you feel, tune into any sensations of hunger? And they might be pleasant, they might be unpleasant. Take deep breaths, several deep breaths before you eat. Make it a meditation. In fact, perhaps thinking about it as a meditation might make it a bit easier to do. I quite like that reframe of it being a meditation. So assess the food in front of you. Study it closely. Its shape, its color. Smell it deeply. Actually, what if my kid actually does this with everything he eats? And notice those different notes and aromas. Take a bite and focus on what you're experiencing. Are you tasting salty, sweet? Is it tangy? Is it sour? What textures are you encountering? Savor each bite without rushing. That's the tricky bit, without rushing. And that might feel challenging. So yes, for me, I think I'm going to view it as a meditation, as an eating meditation. So as the meal progresses, pay attention to the feelings of hunger and fullness. So tune into them. If you're hungry, keep eating. And as you become full, gently give yourself the permission to stop. This is a bit of a cycle breaker element as well, isn't it? Because some of us, it's very interesting because I remember when John and I started going out together, moons and moons and moons ago, seriously, nearly 20 years ago. And I had gone up to his house, to his family home, because we were both at university. And I thought I was being very polite, but it had turned out that I had really offended his mum because I had left some food at the end of my meal, whereas she's, northern mama, was actually quite offended that I hadn't finished my meal, because in their household, in their family culture, you ate every culture, and my mum had actually been given kind of finishing lessons, and she showed me some books from the mid-late 60s, and it was how to eat your meal, and it was ladylike to leave 1 to 3 mouthfuls at the end of your plate, and it was very unladylike to finish your whole plate. And so she had learned that as a teenager at, I think it was grammar school, with their their finishing classes, and she'd passed that on to me and my sister, and I got up and thought, I have to impress this this lovely boy's mum, and massive faux pas. And actually things like when we allow ourselves to finish are really tied into how our parents have taught us. Don't be ungrateful, finish everything that's on your plate. Other people don't have food, or be a lady, be ladylike, don't do this. Do you know what? Give yourself permission to feel your body and to feel, okay, I'm ready to stop eating now. Regardless of what anybody else might see or say, tune into yourself. It's really freeing to cycle breaking in action. And then, of course, you can do the same for your children. Can you listen to your body, honey? Do you want some more food? Are you full? That's okay. So, it's just brilliant, isn't it? So when you stop, take note of the thoughts and the feelings that might occur. Something like I just talked about might come up for you. Are you believing anything about food or eating in that moment? You might wish to journal on it. You might wish to sit and think about it. You might save it for later. Maybe nothing comes up. It's totally up to you. And there's no right and there's no wrong. This is the beautiful thing about mindfulness, isn't it? There's no right and no wrong. It is what it is. Finish the meal with complete presence and use that same level of mindfulness at the last bite as you did with the first. I know that I'm going to find this challenging. I'm going to endeavor. And if I don't manage it, I don't manage it. I just do my very best. That's fine. Tomorrow, we will wrap up with, I'm so excited, the soothing practice of mindful relaxation. And until then, share this experience. What was it like for you? Did you have a snack or a meal? Perhaps if you're a bit nervous, like I think I might, go for a snack first. I could probably do a snack. And then I might progress to a meal. Was it challenging to eat this way? Have you ever eaten like this before? Please, please, please do share your thoughts, because 1, it will help you, and 2, it will help other people. Excuse me whilst I just take a drink. I'm so sniffly. Oh. This is the magic of having multiple small children, is that one of us is always sick. So I am now going to say, so that is the end of today's session on mindful eating. Now, the Conscious Parenting Toolbox is coming out. Well, I mean, it is out now. I'm kind of relaunching it for the new year. I'm just sharing it again. And I'm going to invite you, if you wish, to learn a bit more about it. So if you don't want to know anything more about it, fine. Have a lovely day. Off you go. And you don't have to stay by any means, because this is how I roll. This is how I work. That I have products, I have coaching, I have ways that I can support you, and they're not right for everybody. And they're not right for everybody at every point. Some people are ready for or want or need more in-depth coaching, one-to-one. Some people are already excited about the Turning Point, which is my whole year-long program, which is it's going to be opening soon. Keep your eyes out, because the big workshop is going to be launched in about a week or so's time, and then I will be opening the doors to the Turning Point. They open every 6 to 8 weeks, and then they close again, because then we get on focused with our healing and our learning and our skills, and it's awesome. So those doors open and close, and I will do a workshop each time it happens. Some people, I actually signed up for something months ago, and I had watched the workshop that comes before the doors open 8 times. 8 times. And the first time I didn't watch any of it. The second time I watched like half an hour, and then the second and third time, and then one time I completely missed it because I forgot about it. And then I was ready. And I totally understand. Sometimes we're ready, sometimes we're not. And there's no good, there's no bad. It is what it is. So I want to let you know about, I'm going to share the screen so that you can actually see the Conscious Parenting Toolbox, because it is out, but it's out now. Share screen, Chrome tab. So the Conscious Parenting Toolbox, wonderful. Should be popping up on your screens right now. Woohoo! And it's my introductory start. I can see it. I have my phone down here with Facebook on it, so I can see what you're seeing. So this is the admin mode. This is my version of it. So here's the Conscious Parenting Toolbox, and what it is an introduction. It's called Small Steps for Your Small People. It's a starter for anybody who is getting into gentle parenting and conscious parenting, perhaps new to healing. And let me just get rid of that ticker because it is annoying. It's gone now. stop it. This says the Conscious Parenting Toolbox now. Brilliant. It's for people who are perhaps new to conscious parenting, and perhaps maybe they're not so new and they just kind of need a helping hand, but they don't want coaching. They don't want to join a program. They just want to do it in their own time. It was created with parents of small children. So it's mostly for people who have children under the age of 10, because, teens and tweens, they have their own slightly different needs. So this is for people who have younger children who are really, really busy. So there's a welcome video from me. There you go. I'm actually wearing makeup in that and everything. Shocker. So here we are. It's 3 weeks. It's 21 days of lessons or session. I like to call it sessions, but the software calls it lessons. And they get delivered to your email. And all you do is you click in each day. So, for example, this one, I'm going into it. Hopefully you can see that. So day one, you get, for each one, there is an audio. You can click down here. So there's the audio, which is the M4A. So you can listen to it. They're all less than 10 minutes. I think the very, very last one is like 12 minutes long, but they are all 8 to 10 minutes long, and they move you forward in an area of parenting. So you can listen to it. And if you have, this is why it was so key that it was made in conjunction with parents, because some of them were saying, look, I don't have an hour to read a book. I can't listen to all the podcasts. I can't do a degree in child development. I just can't, I'm on maternity leave, or, I'm going back, or, I have a job and I have small children. And if I get an hour, I'm spending it in the bath, or I'm going to bed, or, something, or I'm going to, actually sit and do a jigsaw puzzle with the kids and actually not be doing lots of other stuff. And sometimes the parents that I spoke to when I interviewed them, they said, I actually have people asleep on me. Like, I will have my toddler asleep on me, or my baby, or, one kid is at school, or whatever, or with a childcare person, and I have the baby asleep on me. I can't watch videos, and I can't always have volume. And sometimes I just want quiet, but I can read. So each audio, so you can listen to it, or you can read it at your leisure, and it will take you about 10 minutes to read. And each session also has PDF. It should be coming up in a second. So it's a PDF. So what you do is every day, to really bring home the message from that session, every day you get a PDF, and you can print them all out one by one, and you can create your own workbook. So it becomes like a reflective journal of learning about conscious parenting. So this is day one, and we're talking about, you get to choose how you show up as a parent. What parenting practices from the past do you want to take forward? So what did your parents do, or however you were raised? If you grew up in, say, a care home, or you grew up with grandparents or aunties or whatever, what do you want to take forward? Or what do you know from other people? What do you already do that you think, I know this is great, and I'm going to keep doing it because I'm proud of it? And what do you want to jettison? What do you want to get rid of? What do you never want your children to experience from you? This is another great thing. And just thinking about it. So each day will take you less, just close that. It will take you less than half an hour to do the entire thing. And even if you just do, I'll bring it back here, even if you just do the recording, that's 10 minutes a day whilst you're washing up. I tend to listen to podcasts whilst I'm washing up. So you might want to listen to today's version of the Toolbox. And also, I should say that it has unlimited, so you get it for those 21 days, it's delivered to you, and then after the 21 days you can go in anytime you like. So I know there was somebody who, and I'll share it at a later date, a friend of mine who actually bought it. Well, I say a colleague of mine who bought it, and he said, I've listened to day 5 like 6 times. It's just wonderful. And for some reason that really, really spoke to him and where he was at that point in his parenting journey and his experience with his children. So, excuse me. You can go back, and you can perhaps, so there's some elements of healing, there's some elements of theory like child development, There's cycle breaking, inspirational stuff in there. There's a meditation. There are bonuses. I'll talk to you more about it tomorrow, I think, as well. And also there's some skills. So, what do we do when this happens? Like the collaborative problem solve is in there in depth. If you want a shorter version, you can go into guide 1. And I did one of my free Wednesday workshops all about it. So you could pop in and see that. It's brilliant. You can always go back. So you might listen to, say, the collaborative problem solve and think, that's really good. I'll remember that. And then forget about it. And then maybe 2 months later, be in a position where you have a pinch point, where you have the same argument with your child again and again and again, or the same thing, the same situation arises. And you think, that thing from the toolbox. You can go back in. You can go back in. You can listen to it as many times as you like. You can read it before you do it with your child, and you can print out the prompt sheet, because that one comes with a scripted area so that you can already plan what you're going to say, because there's a lot of value in planning what you're going to say. A lot. So that is just a little bit about the Conscious Parenting Toolbox. I will put the link below, and you can click through, read more about it yourself. And if you are interested, if you've got questions, that's what I'm here for, isn't it? You can either DM me personally and I will get back to you, or you could write it here, because if you have the question, here's the teacher. If you have the question, the chances are other people have that question too. And I know it inside out, because obviously I created it. It is completely from me, and it references other books and other learning, which is again what you'd expect. But it came from me, so I know it inside out, and it means that I often don't. I have blind spots where you might have a question. I think, I've not made that clear, because to me it is like when you write a story or something and you live the characters. So I am going to leave you here, and I will see you tomorrow for day 5. Let me just have a quick look what we're doing. It's the mindful relaxation, and I will also. I'm going to share a freebie meditation for that as well. So I will speak to you soon. Have a very, very lovely Monday. Bye.